Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your December 1st to the 7th, 2024 reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It helps me out tremendously. It gets this channel seen by the YouTube algorithm, so thank you so very much for doing so. And if you're interested in a private reading or a gift card for the holidays, check out my website, daneharttarot.com. It's listed in the description box below. Now, before we dive into this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. All right, Cancer, let's see what the tarot has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, this is nice. We have the 10 of Cups crowning everything. Okay, we have the Queen of Swords reversed. We have the 2 of Pentacles. We have the Knight of Cups, which represents us. We're represented by the cups in the minor arcana, angels and spirit guides. We then have the Page of Wands reversed, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. We have the Empress reversed. Interesting. We have the 6 of Swords. We have the sun coming through, which is absolutely beautiful. We have the 4 of Cups, the Ace of Wands reversed, the King of Wands, and the 3 of Swords. So let me just make sure everything's in frame. Perfect. Okay. So I really like this reading. There is some sort of conflict with sacred feminine energy or just with feminine energy this time that kind of needs to be presented forward. So just being aware of this, you might have somebody around you who's very catty. Now, this is going to ring true for somebody who is listening, and I have to say it. You might have a very hyper controlling or very nitpicky mother or mother figure coming forward during this time that is hard to handle. So you can even be having dreams about being criticized by this person, mother or mother figure. So just be mindful about this during this time because it's knocking you off your stride forward, and there is this doubt that comes forward from it. So that's going to be an important thing to kind of like call out. It's like, no, 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 I don't want this energy around me. With the 10 of Cups, this is, and they all live happily ever after. This is embracing your happiness and your joy and your prosperity and your success. And it's just saying, this is what makes me happy. Like it? Great. Don't like it? Also great. I'm living my life. So embracing that happiness, embracing that joy is so important. With the Queen of Swords reverse, this is air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. If you are born on the cusp with Gemini, if you have air sign energy in your chart, just know that that part of your personality, wherever it is, right? If you have air sign, let's say in your Venus, okay? So when it comes to love, when it comes to the way you're expressing what you love, you'd be hypercritical about yourself, dissecting and just absolutely ripping into everything that you say. If you have it in your, Saturn, you can also look at all the patterns, like all the karmic patterns that have shown you that you will absolutely be a failure and you will not be as smart as everybody else. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Okay, that's not nice for you. Do not do this. So just be very mindful, because the Queen of Swords is I think she's the most misunderstood queen, because she is so strong. She is the most masculine of all the queens. So people usually call her a witch with a B, right? And that's not nice. That's not cool. But when we are out of our strength and when we are so strong, that's how it can come across. So looking at this energy now and saying to ourselves, how do I embrace my strength of voice without becoming hypercritical or mean to myself? And that's going to be a challenge during this week. So just be aware of that we need to embrace the power of our voice without ripping ourselves apart, because the ripping ourselves down, even if we think, oh, I just have to say the truth and I just have to, buck things up and I just have to be, really fierce with myself if I want to get ahead. Not necessarily. You have the 10 of Cups here, crowning everything, which says, hey, listen to what you love. Listen to your joy. Let your heart sing. Do things that bring joy and happiness and laughter into your life and that make you smile. And stop it with this. Because this energy here, I mean, people are more than willing to rip us down. We don't have to help them, okay? With the Two of Pentacles, we're balancing, we're juggling a lot. Being aware of that is going to be important for us. We have a lot on our plate, and it's going to be more important for us during this week to do one task, get it done, do the other task, get it done, because we're going to have a tendency to do 18 million things at one time, get nothing done, feel afraid, overwhelmed, and completely underappreciated. It moves us then to the Knight of Cups. Move forward with what you love. Move forward with your heart guiding you. You won't go wrong that way. You also love movement during this time. You don't want to sit in one place and sit still and like be good and quiet, type of thing, like sit in the corner and be quiet. That's just not you. So let your expressive, bold self shine forward. With the Page of Wands reverse, this is us needing to embrace our inner child self, especially our inner child passion, letting that shine. Now, with the Wands, this is fire sign energy: Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. If we're born on the cusp with Leo, if we have fire sign energy in our chart, that part of our personality might be really keen on throwing a tantrum. They want to be listened to, and if you're not going to pay them, good attention, you'll pay them bad attention. So be mindful about that in your life and with yourself. Now, if you have children in your life who are fire sign energies, okay, whether you're working with them, whether they are your own kids, right, or your grandkids, or however they're in your life in existence, they're going to be a little bit difficult. Okay, it's holiday season, it happens, right? They can be a little bit difficult, a little bit more spicy, a little bit more argumentative. They're going to make you embrace your voice more in a way that's respectful to their voice. And that way is going to teach the lesson where you were little and you felt ignored. This child is demanding attention and kind of calling things out in a way that says, you know, kind of like be fair and treat me not as an equal, right? Because the child isn't necessarily an equal, but like an equal of mind, like be fair and see me. And that's going to be a really important thing. And by not an equal, I mean like, children are children and they can't do the same things as adults. So to put that stress on them is not right for us. And it moves us then to the Empress. The Empress reverse is also a creative energy being blocked. And it's the sense of saying the world has to look one way. And what's going to be so interesting is that during this week and for the weeks to come, not just 1 week, I'm really going to be looking at the convention of things and kind of throwing it out the window and saying, how do I need to move forward for the power of me and the embrace of me and what I want to create and develop in my life? It's not just this one role, this one way forward. With the Six of Swords, we're moving forward in a slow, steady understanding of ourselves and understanding of what we want. This isn't going to be a week that moves super quickly, but it is going to be a week that brings us a greater understanding of where we want to be. With the Sun coming forward, it's the happiest card in the whole entire deck. And so there's happiness and there's power and there's letting ourselves shine. Even though we are ruled by the moon, right? We feel more comfortable reflecting the sunlight forward. But here it is letting the sunlight within us, letting the sun within us shine and expand and embrace so much more. With the Four of Cups, there is a sense here that we're going to be focusing on one thing. And we're going to be looking at something that we're really passionate about and really kind of like obsessed with. And Spirit is going to push us in a completely different direction. We're going to be mad about it, but then we're going to be kind of grateful and really gain an understanding of like, oh, this is where I needed to be. With the Ace of Swords reverse, we have the King of Swords here. So it's very interesting because we're taking this gift, but we don't know it yet. This is also, again, fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And we are going to see ourselves, even though our inner child passion is going to be hard for us to fully like take a hold of or say, own and say, okay, validity in the passions that I had when I was younger and bringing them forward. We are really, really good with the fire that we have now, with the passion that we have now. We can also be a bit hot tempered. So do be mindful about this. Fire boils the water and we can be rather scolding during this time. So just being aware of that is going to be super important for us. With the King of Wands, there is also the sense, it's interesting because we're getting a gift, but we also have heartbreak. So we could have somebody from our past that has hurt us, that is a fire sign energy, or has lots of fire in their chart, coming forward during this time. Again, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. There is also this sense during this time of using our fire and our passion to create, but we are also afraid of what we want to create and what we want to birth forward into this world, kind of our legacy and our passion and our power. With the Three of Swords, we're looking at the heartbreaks and pains that have shaped us. And we're starting to see them more and more. This is a very common theme. If you're born on the cusp with Gemini, if you have Gemini in your chart, I highly recommend you check out that video because there is this real sense here with the Three of Swords. And it's also in that reading that there's hurt. There's hurt that needs to be seen. And we might be kind of like sucker punched by this hurt that we need to see, that we've kind of pushed down, pushed down, pushed down. And now it's like, no, you will not ignore me. So be very mindful of this, especially if you have, Gemini energy in your chart, especially in your Venus. It's going to come out very, very, very profoundly. And same thing that goes if you are a Gemini watching Cancer, and you could have Cancer in your Venus or wherever it shows up in your chart. This kind of being hit right in between the eyes with the Three of Swords comes up very suddenly, but it's so important to see this hurt, this pain, this disappointment, this kind of craziness that is around us and how we can use that to cultivate so much more. It's almost like, I'll show you. And then we go off a spite and then we go off a talent. And that's going to be really important. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and Spirit guides. This is the Parrot reverse. And it says, let go of others' thoughts and opinions. It is time to embrace who you really are. And that's going to be a bit of a challenge for us to embrace who we really are, what we really want, and how we want to move forward. We are going to really hold on to other people's opinions. And Spirit is even saying here with the Queen of Swords, be mindful about that. It's not going to work out the way that we want it to. It moves us then to our chakra message. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Angels and Spirit guides. Okay, we have two here. We have relationships with the sacral chakra and we have self-mastery. So the relationships come forward during this time. It's just going to be really important to us, our relationships, the people we love. And with self-mastery, it's that real sense of knowing ourselves. This is the solar plexus chakra. So with our relationships, with grounding ourselves in our relationships and our understanding, we really start to see ourselves and what we want. And also by seeing ourselves and what we want, we see what we want from our relationships and we ground ourselves more. We center ourselves more in the very creative, central essence of life and existence. It moves us then to our energy to be mindful of. Angels and Spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. It's this one. Yeah, the Seven of Swords. Be mindful of lies and deceptions. Be mindful of people twisting things and us overthinking things and overanalyzing it, and then things getting muddled and fuddled in our heads. The simplest answer is usually going to be the right one during this time. We're going to want to make it a bit more complicated. For whatever reason, we have a tendency to overthink, calling that energy out, understanding it, and then moving forward. That's going to be really important. But lies, whispers, not being perfect is also going to be something that we need to be aware of during this time, can hold us back, can hinder us, can make us doubt ourselves. It moves us then to our subconscious spirit message, which is the white owl, which I love. And it says, The wisdom and message of the divine are within you. And I love that for you. There's the wisdom and the messages of the divine are within you. We need to silence, ourselves, silence all noise and connect with that inner voice and that inner understanding. It moves us then to our subconscious energy to be mindful of. We have the Four of Cups here. We have the Four of Cups here where, you know, we start to look at things differently. Divinity brings something forward that demands our attention and we look at it differently. Here, we need to be very mindful of being super, super stubborn and not taking the gift that spirit brings us. So the gift, when spirit brings it to us, it doesn't feel like a gift. It feels like, oh my gosh, do you know how busy I am? Do you know how much I have to get done? Or like, are you kidding me? So just be mindful about this during this time. It doesn't mean to overload yourself because we're being warned here with the Two of Pentacles not to do that. But we can get really, really caught up in what we think is really important in this moment, and it isn't. So just be mindful about that. We can become really obsessed with something that we're like, oh my gosh, this is so important, but it's just not. And spirit's trying to pull us in another direction. It moves us then to our chakra energy. And this is personal power reversed. Now, it's interesting. We have, what is this? This is self mastery. We have self mastery coming forward. And then we have personal power. We're mastering ourselves, but we're not seeing our power. Both are located in the in the sacral chakra. There we go. I can speak. So the blockage with the personal power, we can unblock our sacral chakra by our solar plexus chakra by rubbing our hands interlocked, like around our tummy to our belly button, and just making a big circle like that. So that can be very important here. But also when it comes to our personal power, it's letting us embrace our strength without getting angry. And that's going to be something that can be a little tricky for us to learn because embracing our strength, we usually like to walk calmly and quietly in the world. And so embracing our strength, we might think, oh, I have to start stomping and I have to start yelling because nobody listens to me when I embrace my strength calmly and quietly and lovingly. And when we go against our very nature, we go against our very gifts. And even though that sounds cliche, it is really important for us to remember here. Yeah, Cancer, we don't want to go against our calmer, gentler nature. We need to embrace ourselves and we need to embrace our power without feeling like we've betrayed our heart in one way or another. It moves us then to the Emperor reverse. Very interesting. Okay, subconsciously we have the Emperor, we have the Empress. There can be this sense of I don't want to repeat a bad relationship. Okay, so just being mindful about that during this time. That comes forward. It could be a parent's relationship. It could be our own relationship that we're done with, and we're like, nope, don't want to repeat that. And that could be clouding a lot of things. So being aware of that, even just like with friendships, romantic relationships, with with business partners, there's a sense of I do not want to repeat what was once there. So being very mindful about that energy because that can keep us from where we want to be, but also being aware of certain people when they show us who they are, believe them. So yeah, it's a little tricky here, but for forewarned is forearmed. And then also with the Emperor, there can be bullying energy around you, very masculine bullying energy that you're just not into, but feel like you can't escape. You can, most definitely. But there is a sense here of needing to reclaim your power and reclaim what it is that you want. It's like, no, this is what I want. You don't get to tell me what I want and then just say it enough so that I believe it or give in, type of thing. All right. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of ourselves and of this week. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all and have a blessed week. Bye.